Now, let us start with the next part of the chapter, surface chemistry. In the last lecture, we talked about micelle. So let us now talk about mechanism of micelle formation. Students, soap is a sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acids represented as RCOONA, where R is a large hydrocarbon chain. Now, on the right side, you can see the molecule of soap. This is an R long hydrocarbon chain and this is COO negative ion. So, the structure resembles like that of a tadpole. When put in water, this RCOONA dissociates as RCO negative and Na positive. In the water, these soap molecules arrange themselves like this. The hydrocarbon chain is hydrophobic, so it remains outside the water, whereas the polar heads of the tadpole containing COO negative group are suspended in the water. Inside the water, the soap molecules arrange like this with the hydrophobic tails projecting towards one another. These compose the micelles interior and the hydrophilic heads form the surface of the micelle and remain suspended in water. This type of arrangement forms ionic micelles. These micelles may contain as many as 100 such ions. Similarly is the case of detergents. This is the formula of detergent. This also contains a large hydrocarbon part which acts as a hydrophobic tail, whereas this SO4 negative ion, it forms polar hydrophilic head. So here also the mechanism remains same. Now, cleansing action of soap. The cleansing action of soap is due to the fact that soap molecules form micelles around the oil droplets in such a way that hydrophobic part of the stearate ion is in the oil droplet and hydrophilic part projects out of the grease droplet like bristles. You can see here, these are the yellow colored are oil or grease and the hydrophobic tails, they are attached on this oil or grease and the hydrophilic heads, these are suspended in the water. Since the polar groups can interact with water, oil droplets surrounded by the stearate ions is now pulled in the water and removed from the dirty surface. Thus, soap helps in emulsification and washing away of oils and fats. So this is how the cleaning of dirt, dust takes place with the help of soaps. Now, let us start with preparation of colloids. There are certain methods for its preparation and first is chemical method. Colloidal solutions can be prepared by double decomposition, oxidation, reduction or hydrolysis. In double decomposition, arsenic sulfide sol is prepared by the action of H2S on arsenic oxide. In oxidation, sulfur sol is prepared by the reaction of H2S on sulfur dioxide. Example of reduction is preparation of gold sol by the action of methanol on gold chloride, and the example of hydrolysis is formation of ferric hydroxide sol by the reaction of water on ferric chloride. Next is mechanical method or colloid mill. In this method, the suspension of a substance is ground in a colloid mill. Colloid mill consists of two metal discs capable of rotating in opposite directions at a very high speed. So from here you add suspension. These are two metal discs. They are rotating in the opposite direction, and from there you will get the colloidal solution. Electrical disintegration or Bradig's arc method. Colloidal solutions of gold, silver, platinum, etc. can be prepared by this method. In this method, an electric arc is struck between two metallic electrodes. These are two metallic electrodes which are connected to electric current. So, the arc produces, when the electric current is passed through here, the arc produces vapors which on further condensation they get condensed due to the surrounding ice bath. So after condensation we get particles of colloidal size. Peptization. It is the process of conversion of freshly prepared precipitate into colloidal solution by shaking it with a electrolyte. The electrolyte thus used is called peptizing agent. During peptization, the precipitate adsorbs one of the ions of the electrolyte on its surface. This causes the development of positive or negative charge, which ultimately break up into smaller particles of the size of colloid. Purification of colloidal solutions. Colloidal solutions, when prepared like this, generally contain excessive amount of electrolytes and some other soluble impurities. The presence of traces of electrolyte is necessary for the stability of colloidal solution, but large quantities make it coagulate. Therefore, it is necessary to remove these soluble impurities. The process used for reducing the amount of these impurities is known as purification of colloidal solution. There are different methods for the purification. One is dialysis. In this process, colloidal particles are separated from the electrolytes by diffusion through a porous membrane such as animal membrane, parchment paper or cellophane sheet. So, this is a bag, say cellophane bag, containing the prepared colloidal solution. It is suspended in a fresh water. All the electrolytes, they pass through the cellophane paper, come in the solution, whereas the pure colloidal solution is left behind. Apparatus thus used is called dialyzer. Electrodialysis. This is also a type of dialysis, but here the process is accelerated by application of potential difference across the membrane. In this case, the electrolytic ions will migrate faster. So this is called electrodialysis. Ultrafiltration. In this process, colloidal particles are separated by the process of filtration called filtration through a filter paper called ultrafilter paper. Ultrafilter paper is prepared by impregnating the ordinary filter paper with gelatin or collodion. This is done to reduce the pore size of the ordinary filter paper. Collodion is 4% solution of nitrocellulose in a mixture of alcohol and ether. It is very slow process. But to speed up the process, pressure or suction may be applied. Thank you.